Okay. Stream starting. All right. Yes.
I'm just pulling up your stream.
Cool.
Ooh, wow, that's loud. Okay.
No worries. No worries. All right. Just turn myself down just so I don't overpower you in the mix. Yeah. Have you ever, no, I think you've done some collabs via digital, like via Zoom and things like that too, right? Like,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I totally have.
Oh, you didn't have to do that. Thank you. Oh my goodness.
I did have to.
Very nice of you, Joy. Thank you. Welcome to the Sam fam. This is nice to have you part of our subscriber club. Good time.
Yeah, no. Cheers, man.
And you get these cool emotes with your subscription. So I have this thing where Streamlabs echoes my sound alerts. So I don't know why. I've been trying to figure that out today. I'm like, why do they repeat? I'm trying to look through that. But you ever have problems like that?
You know, my audio routing is actually like fairly sophisticated, and so like one of the things that I specifically designed around the audio routing is that you know, everything is isolated, you know, I actually, when I'm streaming, I actually don't even hear alerts like as they're coming through. So yeah,
I might end up having to go that route, but which the unfortunate thing about it is that when the alerts need like sound,
yeah,
like when it's an integral part of the alert, like that would be a shame. But you're right, that would be a lot less complicated for sure. Like I think I can do that. But I guess I'd rather.
Yeah, I mean, if you ever want any help setting it up, let me know, man.
Okay.
I'm always around.
Thanks. But anyway, just wanted to show you around all these cool emotes you get now as a subscriber of the Sandwich Show, like all these goofy things. Here they come in the chat. Oh, you already did. Yeah, you got them. So, one of many benefits of being a Sam Fan subscriber. Oh man, good times. How was your weekend, by the way? I saw you were on stream on Sunday. It was a good time.
Yeah, man. Weekend was good. It's busy, you know. I mean, it's always busy though. I try and keep very busy.
I gotcha.
So, you know, I mean, I streamed, and then Joyce was in town, so I was hanging out with JoyceLeeMusic, kind of, you know, figuring out stuff with her, and you know, I don't know how much into that I want to go, but yeah, like, there's plans in the works, but yeah, so but yeah, just figuring out stuff with her, and then you know, just doing a bunch of work. I'm collabing with Luna Keller. I'm going to be playing guitar on one of her tracks, so I'm working on that. I also have an album that I've been working on, that's like a very, very large project. And you know, if you've been in my streams, you've seen me like fundraising for it and stuff like that. So just doing a lot of work, a lot of admin, a lot of behind the scenes stuff. So very, very busy, but you know, just doing the grind, which I enjoy.
I love it. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Like it's a very cool spot. That's exciting times. I can feel it. I know you've got new music in the works. That you just mentioned it. That's great. For those in the chat, I know we're kind of like doing the show already, but we'll do more officially in just a moment. But we're pretty much ready to go. So I'm just checking to make sure we have enough folks in the chat just to get ourselves warmed up. I mentioned in Discord we're about to start any moment now, so we should be good here. Yeah. Oh my goodness, your friend is behind you.
What? Oh, Maya?
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah. That's Maya. She's
Hi, Maya.
pattying on her bed.
Cool. She's getting herself ready to get comfortable. I love it.
Yeah, she's like the queen of finding the most comfy plop in the entire apartment. So,
you gotta see this footage, folks. Like, let me go ahead and start up. Let's start us up so we can get to this one.
All right.
I want people to see this. This is exciting.
Yeah.
Look at this. Thank you so much for checking in, Jason. Appreciate you so much. Oh man, thank you so much, Jason. I appreciate you. That's wonderful. Thank you. All right, so let's say hello, everybody. We're going to jump ahead a little bit because we need to see this beautiful dog footage. But let's say hi to Jory Avner Music. Jumping ahead a bit,
Hey.
but how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing well. You had folks. I thank you once. Thank you again for joining us here on the Sandwich Show. Here on another very nice summer Monday night. And Jory Avner Music has joined us. Jory's over on the right side of the screen. He comes from Chicago. And Maya, his dog, is cuddling up behind him. But yeah, like you mentioned, you're having exciting things coming up. But I love your scene here. This is really great. I've always been a fan of your studio space. It just looks really, really fascinating. I love the checkerboard backdrop and all the cool stuff behind you. Like it seems like a really fun place to do music.
Yeah, it is. I mean, these are acoustical panels, so they're meant for basically like sound absorption. So you don't get like a lot of crazy slapback echo. Anyway, they also have the benefit of looking cool. So.
Very clever, very clever. I like it a lot. So and thank you for the command, Jason. So Jason's our mod tonight, one of several mods we have here on the Sam Fam, and for those of you in the chat, get to know our friend Jory Avner with the blurb there in the chat. And it's just a nice, chill place to be. And you can see he has many friends, and some of them work on stream, but some of them are a part of his communities. You have a great Discord. You have so many folks who are hanging out with you on the Discord. So, it's kind of amazing what you've built up in 2 years. You celebrated your 2-year stream anniversary just a few weeks ago, and when you summarize your journey to here and how you had the pandemic come in, and I ask this question a lot of music streamers, but it must feel like amazing just to think that you've built up almost like a little city of like people who are into the vibe of that you're into with music. Yeah,
I mean, all right, so to say like it's something that I've built also it doesn't feel that way to me, like, because it feels like it feels a lot more like it's kind of just like a space on Twitch that I've kind of like, with the help of everyone else. Sorry, my brain goes a million miles a minute, and so let me just slow this down and just say it this way: is like, oftentimes when I talk about this kind of stuff, I don't like to say like it's my channel. I like to say it's our channel.
I love that,
because like it doesn't feel like it's my thing. It feels like it's our thing, like, and I don't feel like it's my Discord. I feel like it's our Discord, and I don't feel like I've built a community. I feel like I've found friends that I can hang out with, and like, I mean, Spence is in the chat, and like Spence and I have been hanging out like tons, I
love it.
So I like in Chicago, so yeah.
Oh, you actually met him in Chicago. That's beautiful. That's wonderful. Yeah. Cool. Spence, hello, welcome to the Sandwich Show as well. I know you from Jory's chat, so it's nice to see you, and glad to meet you. This is the Sandwich Show. It's an interview show we do, and our guest this week, our friend Jory Avner. It's really, really great to have you as part of this community as well. And I love your sentiments, because I feel literally the same about the Sandwich Show. I've even just mentioned it before. I'm not even sure if this is on stream or not, but I call it the Sandwich Show because I don't feel like this is not my show. This is our show. Everybody contributes to it together. The mods do, the people in chat do, and the folks who join us to do interviews do. So it's always really fun to be a part of an entire, a growing ecosystem, which is, like you said, everybody has a part. Let's see. Oh, thanks. Hello, Brahma. Welcome in as well, and Jamie, welcome in. I want to point out one more thing before we keep going. And a shout out to Matt Swowers, because I know you're wearing his Let's Get Weird hat. That's a good hat. I love it.
It's my favorite hat.
It's a cool hat for sure. He's got great merch.
He does.
Yeah, 100%. Now, how did you find? So, who are some of the folks you found as you were like, besides Matt? Like, who are some? Well, maybe that's a strange place to start. But
no, it's all good.
But, I think what's interesting about the music community, though, is that as part of starting your journey, you find other people that have shared experiences, and it is really interesting to see some of the folks who are like-minded, who kind of gravitate to similar music as you do, things like that. were you prepared? Did you know that going in? Were you surprised by how much you were able to network with people through the course of being on this platform?
100%. Like, so, I mean, when I first got on Twitch, I was a COVID refugee. So I've been a full-time musician for 10 years. Maybe more, maybe less. I don't know. Give it. Who can remember? You know what I mean? Like, it's, it's all a blur. But and so, going into Twitch, it was not something that I like. Oh my, I love you so much. She's being mouthy right now. I don't know how she always knows the camera's rolling, but so going into Twitch, like, I had no concept that there was even like a music community on the platform. I just like I was streaming when pandemic hit. I was streaming to Facebook to try and like make up some kind of the revenue or whatever that was going on, because all gigs got shut down. Like, everything was, closed. Oh, Maya, please be quiet. I love you so much. Sorry, she gets really mouthy like this. Only when I'm on camera. She has been so good all day, and now she's like, like.
Well,
I'm so sorry.
We welcome all comers. Come on in, Maya. Nice to meet you again.
All right, here, come on. Do you want a treat? All right. I hate to do this, but I'll be right back.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah, and then I will happily answer your question.
All right, sounds good. All right, so let's go ahead and take a quick. Let's just take a moment here to catch up on the chat, everybody. Jason says dogs are the best of friends, and Jamie, thanks again for joining us here. I really appreciate you being here tonight. It's very kind. Again, thanks. We were always so appreciative of what the mods do. Some mod love in the chat, everybody. And now we return to Jory Avner, music already in progress with Maya behind him. Okay, sounds like Maya's got the good treat going. Good times.
Yeah, sorry, I just had to.
No worries. So let's see.
I didn't hear what you were saying, but yeah.
Oh, no problem. Basically, just giving the mod some love, and your story is great. Like, so you've been a full-time musician for a while. So 10 years. That's a good run.
Yes.
And so, you think about what you were doing before then, and then as you mentioned, like, joining the platform, and then I'll let you take it from there.
Yeah, and so, like, I had no idea that there was even, like, a music community that was already on Twitch, and that, like, I met some of the first people that I met on the platform were, like, Numb the Geek, Call Sign Scarecrow, Brian Matthew, and these, Alana Maddie, actually.
Alana, yeah, absolutely.
Who, she's actually, her and Dan Young are going to be coming down here in July, and we're going to be doing a co-stream and also a gig together here in Chicago now, which is, like, insane to me, because she's someone that, like, when I joined the platform, I was like, holy crap, like, this person is so awesome, and, like, now it's, like, someone that is, like, we're, like, friends. You know what I mean?
That is, I completely agree with that. I mean, she's a thing. Like, it's I can imagine that being such a thrill. Like, someone who's kind of a similar story, because she'd been doing music for quite a while too, and the following she has on Twitch is also quite loyal.
She's just an incredible musician.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. So that's got to be just amazing. Like. So I'm happy for you. That's really great. I can't wait to see her on your channel, hopefully, and even on stage. I'm assuming at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to go too much into the details of what's been going on behind the scenes, but we've been kind of figuring out a venue and all this stuff. So
okay,
details to come about that.
Oh, right on. Yeah, well, that sounds great. So yeah, definitely. I mean, keep on following our friend Jory. He'll keep you apprised on that situation. But yeah, I mean, that's a really good example of, like, some of the cool people that you've met, and I think it's good that you bring up that. They're not just, like, cool not necessarily just great musicians, which they obviously are, but they seem to be really cool people behind the music, which I think is the best thing. Yeah. I
mean, like, the people that I would consider, like, my closest friends these days are, like, people that, I met through Twitch and through the Twitch music community, and, like, like, Joyce and I have become, like, extremely close, and, like, we met through the Twitch music community, and Dean DeChoso, who's like producing my album like that's coming out, you know, he is also someone that I met through Twitch. And you know, like, and you know, the people, like, truly, when I started out this whole thing, I never really thought that like Twitch was going to be anything more than like just a platform that I could stream music to in higher fidelity than to like Facebook or something like that, you know, because like that, just the infrastructure was there to do it with Twitch that wasn't there on Facebook. And then it turned out, it was like, oh my God, there's like all these amazingly talented, awesome people that are just, you know, also incredible humans, you know, out there. And, you know, they're on the grind, and they can teach you things about, you know, about you know, being a musician and being like you know, because in a lot of ways, like, being a musician is also being an entrepreneur, you know. And I think you have to kind of think about that, you know, if you're pursuing it seriously in a full-time capacity, like, you have to kind of think about being like an entrepreneur about like this kind of thing. And a lot of these people, like, they're very similarly minded, and they, you know, they've been very insightful and very inspirational in that. So yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's and I'm sure like people also go the other way. I've heard a number of folks in interviews I've done in the past talk about your work and talk about how you are an inspiration to them, and I think that's really cool. Like, it must feel like such an honor when do you hear things like that yourself? Like when people go, "Oh man, you're like my favorite guy," etc., things like that.
Oh man, I'm turning red.
All good. I mean, it's, but you know, the proof's in the pudding. Like, I hear it from a number of our colleagues, and for good reason. Like, honestly, you know, there are two elements to being a good streamer on Twitch, right? Like, it's not just putting out a good product, but I think it's personality, and I think that's an area where I do think that you definitely have a good vibe about, and so that's really nice. Like, I mean. I presume you've had a solid upbringing that led you to this place, but you know, who do you get that same feeling with other folks, like as you go through the platform? I mean, you know, you kind of know so many people through this channel. Like you mentioned, you met some of them. How many folks have you met from your community at this point?
Oh man. Well, again, like I don't know if I would call it my community, but like
right. From the
community.
The community,
yeah,
okay.
Like, yeah, I'm very hesitant to take ownership of anything like that because it's so much of like a collective, and like, you know, like I'm honestly just grateful that you know, people are along for the ride, whatever that madness is. But you know, I've met Matt Suarez, obviously.
Cool.
You know, him and I got to play at Willie Town together with, you know, Liz Vega and Dylan Cottle, and, you know, obviously Glowstick Willie, and, you know, Roxy Gun Project. We get to meet Roxy and Chris, and, you know, they're so freaking cool. I love them so much. They're amazing. Also incredible live. Like, if you ever have the opportunity to go and see like Roxy Gun live, like, or Crimson Riot is their original band name. 100% recommend it.
Cool.
Like, don't miss it. It's incredible. But yeah, I mean, like I've gotten to meet a lot of people. Joyce, Dean, you know, Adam, you know, Spence, you know, is tons of people through Twitch that, you know, it's like I said, you know, like it's weird too, because like when you meet the people like I wouldn't call it real life, but like 3D space, like you know, it really, you know, I don't feel weird, you know what I mean? Like there's no like awkwardness or I don't know how to put it, like, you know, like it doesn't feel like you're meeting up with like a stranger or like anything like that. It feels like, oh yeah, these are people that, like, you know, it's the same person that I've been talking to for a year and a half or whatever, and like, you know, like they're like, yeah, it totally feels natural. It's like I don't feel like blindsided by like a personality trait or something that I just like missed or something, you know what I mean? So like, yeah. I feel like I'm just meeting up with a friend.
I know what you're talking about, because the people I've met through the platform and I've eventually met in person feel like people like I've known forever once I get to talk to them. And it doesn't, like you said, it's not really a meeting at all. It's just a continuation of my friendship, which is really interesting.
Totally.
Yeah. That's a great.
Joyce and Adam and I were also actually talking about this the other day. I'm sorry, did I cut you off?
Oh, Adam, Adam A. Nelson? Adam? Or is
no, Spence.
Spence Adam. Okay.
Yeah.
My bad. Okay, go ahead.
We were all hanging out the other day, and we were talking about this. And one of the things that we kind of came to the conclusion of, that actually Joyce pointed out, was it's like, it probably feels so natural because, like, Twitch is kind of a thing on the fringes a little bit, and it takes kind of like a little bit of a getting used to, or like kind of it has kind of an investment that is required of you to become part of the community, and it attracts a certain type of person. And so, like, the reason why we kind of spend more time with people that we meet on like Twitch and like Discord or like whatever, and like, why our friendships start gravitating that way is because, we're meeting people that are already so like-minded because of the barrier to entry to the Twitch community and to the arts community in Twitch. So I think there's merit to that. I think that that's 100% true. And I think that's why, like, like I've never been blindsided by anyone that I've met where I was like completely shocked or whatever. So.
A very great observation. I do think that there's a real investment in starting, especially if you're a streamer, like there's a real investment in starting a show. So I think from that, you do have like, you do wind up with like-minded people just because there's just experiences that you have that other people on Twitch also have. So there's definitely commonality just in that. And then it goes from there. As you mentioned, we have likenesses and things and so on. But by the way, let me just say hello to some more folks in the chat. Stuart Hayek, welcome to the chat. The Mod Father is here. You may have seen him once or twice.
Hey, what up, Stuart? How you going?
So good to see you. And Rahomo's checked in as well. Hello, Rahomo. Nice to see you as well. We have a couple of community challenges tonight. I actually have two. I've actually have two. So there's one where if you enjoy the TikToks I do, imagine me attempting that with Broadway. So just for fun, I'm going to try to bork an entire Broadway production if we meet our community challenge of 400,000 points. In addition, there's a much smaller challenge of a chicken nugget tasting stream that will only require 20,000 community points. So that's much easier. And if you're interested in that, that'd be really interesting. I don't know if you get into chicken nuggets. I don't know if you're into that or not, but
I actually just had I just tried boneless wings for the first time.
Oh man, I can't.
I guess
I'm
those
very
are kind of like chicken nuggets.
What do you think of them? I'm very curious.
I mean, I am a fan. I think like I think I'm a fan.
Okay.
You had some tonight? Nice, man. I just saw Spence that he had some tonight.
Oh yeah, I like it. I had some tonight. Nice. Oh, look at this. Like, we get some points in it. I ain't angry. I really want to thank you. Thank you. I've been looking for you for several weeks. I really want to thank you for the $50 dono. I can't thank you enough for that. Oh geez, what did I just do? I screwed up my mic gain or something. Oh, turn that off.
You sound fine on my end.
Oh, okay. Very good. I don't know why it sounds so crispy all of a sudden. That's strange. It's because I touched a knob wrong. Okay, sorry. I think it'll be fine. Okay, anyway. 25% done. Great. But anyway, thanks for that. And let me know if at some point I can do anything to repay you. I owe you I think I owe you 10 jelly beans for that. I am angry. So later on, maybe when I see you again, we'll do that. But for now, let's continue with Jory. Look at this. We have 5K raised already. Good times.
Nice.
Yeah, that's awesome. So
get it.
Yeah, for sure. Oh gosh, it's almost time. Do you have your sandwich ready? You want to do sandwich of the week already?
Oh, what was the sandwich of the week?
I have one. Do you have one on you or no?
I can go make one real quick.
If you've got time, I've got time. I guess I can suss out some more things. It's up to you though. We don't have to.
Yeah, here. Let me go. I'll let you do that, and I will go whip together a sandwich real quick.
Oh, right on. Okay, great. So then feel free to, thanks for that. I appreciate you. All right, so let's go back over here for a second. Well, that's really cool. Jory's very kind to do that on the fly. So I don't know what the hell happened to my mic preamp. It just got all fudged around. I sound so crispy all of a sudden. but it doesn't sound like anyone else is bothered by it, so that's fine. That's weird. Yeah, I hope that sandwich has Miracle Web, says Jason. I dig it. Jamie says, I found one old AirPod, so I'm good. Oh, okay, cool. Well, thank you for donating the Nugget Challenge. We got 5K in the books, and we only need 15,000 to go with the whopping 30 days left. That's awesome. I love it. So that's something we can that we can do as far as getting that put together. So actually, since we do have the time, I ain't angry. I don't know if you're lurking. Let's do some jelly beans just as a thank you. We'll do them right now while we wait for Jory to finish his sandwich or finish making the sandwich. So let's do that. Because honestly, you're incredibly generous to do that. Thank you so much. So here we go. We're gonna do some jelly beans as we wait for Jory to come back with his sandwich. So here we go. And now we're up to 7K for the Chicken Nugget Challenge. This should have been the challenge from the beginning. Oh my god, this is great. Thank you so much, everyone. I really appreciate this. And I wanted to do it, so that's why I made the number really small. So thank you. And it's great to see you, the Creative Star. Welcome in. Let's give Maria a shout. Oh, you did? Okay, great. Nate, welcome into the chat as well. Nice to meet you. So we have 10 jelly beans to eat. Let's see how quickly we can do this. We're doing this for I Ain't Angry PFB for a generous $50 dono. Thank you so much, I Ain't Angry. I mean, I can't say enough about how grateful I am for your support and your continued generosity in the sandwich community. 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Okay, we got our 10. Oh, it is time for Gamble Beans indeed. Yes, yes, yes. It sure is. All right, so we're going to start. Okay. All right, so here they are. 10 beans. It's got to do this now. I want to do this before the sandwich, so I don't end up. All right. I'm doing well, Jade. Jade, welcome in, Jade Tyler. Let's give Jade a shout out as well. Variety streamer on Twitch. Excellent. So the first one is going to be buttered popcorn or rotten egg. Oh, it's rotten egg. Mark it in the scorebook. Okay. The second one is going to be liver and onions or cappuccino. Oh, that was disgusting. Okay, pump it up. That was cappuccino. So one good, one bad. I have time for one more, and then we'll carry on. So this third one is going to be either pomegranate or Old Bandage. Okay, so the chat's winning 2-1 right now on the beans. We'll go back to these later. Oh my god. Be grateful you don't have this challenge on your channel. These are rough.
I salute you, man.
Thanks.
I'm sending you all the good vibes.
Appreciate you. Definitely. All right.
Bandage? Did I hear that right?
Old Bandage, yeah. Old used up, wadded up bandage. Not fun. Not fun. Oh, I know it. Okay, so your sandwich is ready. My sandwich is ready, which means it's time once again for our staple of the program, which we call. Okay, got it. Yeah, here we go. Okay, yeah. Which we call the... There we go. Sandwich of the week, everybody. And now, let's go back to our friend Jory Avner Music. And Jory Avner has a sandwich for us. Let's see it.
Cool. I went open-faced. I hope that's okay.
That's fine, yeah. Looks like a ham sandwich on what kind of bread?
It was brioche.
Oh,
brioche.
Oh, brioche is good. Yeah. That is
Bold
good.
Choice.
Bold choice, Spence. I love it. Oh, by the way, thank you, Jade. Thank you for that. I'll show that to you again. So for my birthday, and you had a birthday too, like just a few weeks ago. Pump it up. That's really great. That's really great.
I just turned 31.
Oh, man.
You said you were having a birthday?
I just had one. Yeah, I had one. It was just a couple of weeks ago, I think. Like on the 23rd.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Wait, May 23rd?
May 23rd, yeah.
Yeah, May 20th.
Oh, beautiful. Love it.
Nice.
Love it.
Hey.
Super
cheers.
cool. Cheers to that. Absolutely. Right back at you. All right, so
I'm officially an old man now. Yeah, I have a rocking chair actually. I can now officially take the rocking chair from the bedroom into the living room, and I can sit in my living room and just stare. So,
well, our friends in the chat, I would like to also wish you a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Jory. That's wonderful.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you very much.
31 years young. You ain't old yet. Don't. I mean, you're just getting started, my friend. So, all right. So my sandwich. I made a grinder tonight. So this is a oven baked grinder. We have 2 types of cheese: Colby Jack and cheddar. We have salami. We have turkey and horseradish cream sauce. Looking good.
I feel so woefully unprepared.
No. This just spiraled into something. My original idea for the sandwich was like, I'm just gonna make, just like salami and cheese on like regular bread. And then I was at the store and I saw these grinder rolls, and I'm like, oh man, this looks pretty good. So it just went into another dimension on its own.
That's a pretty epic sandwich, dude. Hey. I'm not gonna lie.
Thank you, Jory. I appreciate it. Yeah, for sure. I'll show it to you again, everybody, just before I take a nibble of it. But here it is. Let's see. Yeah, that's the stuff. Yeah, so let's enjoy. Yeah. Oh, I know, Jade. I know. Totally. It does. The melted cheese looks so good.
I know. It looks very picturesque. It almost looks like something out of like a commercial. Like
For sure. Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, no, I feel blessed. Like, it really came out great. They don't always. So I was really blessed at how well this came out this time. So yeah, I mean, the one thing that I do is I put dressing on the bun too, so it gets this like texture when you bake it in the oven. It's like not ranch, but like you do an Italian dressing, and it comes out. It adds to the sandwich for sure.
Yeah, the vinegar, I'm sure, like and it bakes in the oven. Yeah, that sounds awesome. I'm gonna actually steal that from you. Give that a go tomorrow or so.
Now, did you put any dressing or sauce on yours? Did you have any mayonnaise?
I did not. I'm actually I am such a pragmatic eater. I mean, I'm a big fan of sandwiches in general because they're like kind of the perfect meal, right? Like, because they're self-contained, they're finger food. You only need to use like one dish to make them. You know what I mean? And whether you make them in the oven or you make them in a toaster or whatever, it doesn't matter. It's just a very self-contained whatever. I'm such a pragmatic eater though, so I rarely use sauces and stuff like that. I'm pretty much just like a fancy bread, fancy cheese, fancy meat kind of guy.
Okay.
But
so would a deli then be cater to your sensibility? Because you know how deli sandwiches are just bread and meat, and that's about it.
I mean, well, okay, so I'm Jewish, so.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
even better.
Yeah. Actually, there's this really awesome deli down the street from where I live. It's called JB's. Super freaking good, man. It's so good. And they do the matzo ball soup, but the matzo ball is it's the softball matzo ball, but they do 2 softball matzo balls. They do a pastrami on rye that's so good. It's so good. And it's that puritanical pastrami on rye though. It's just perfect rye, perfect pastrami. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do. Oh my goodness, it's great.
Yeah, it's amazing. I love it. It's so good.
That's fantastic. What a good
Apparently
find.
the Reuben is really good too. Yeah, apparently the Reuben is really good.
No, that's a winner. I mean, those are the 2 parameters of a good Jewish deli, right? How good is their? I guess you could do rye bread too, but how good is their matzo ball soup, and how good is their pastrami, right?
Yeah.
Or corned beef in that case. So sounds like they're winning in all those.
Yeah. Well, corned beef too. Yeah, corned beef. I mean, depending on where you're at too, I mean, so I grew up in Ohio. Is my early childhood, and there was this place called Corky and Lenny's in Cleveland. If you're in Cleveland, you already know Corky and Lenny's. Yeah, now you want some JB's? We got to get some JB's soon.
JB's.
But there's Corky and Lenny's is they have the best everything. They have best matzo balls. They have best gefilte fish. If you're into gefilte fish, which is kind of an acquired taste, I feel like. But they They do corned beef, all the stuff. Ah, so good. I dream about it.
Oh man, I don't blame you. Yeah, for sure. So like, what other accoutrements do you get into? Are you a pickle guy? Do you get into latkes?
Not a pickle guy.
Not
I do like latkes.
Okay.
latkes. I'm not a pickle guy though. This is like kind of become a thing in like Spence actually gives me shit about this all the time. I do not like pickles. I do not like pickles. I don't generally go in for fermented things unless it's beer or wine or something like that. But whiskey in my taste actually. But I'm not really a fermented guy. Like kimchi is like one of those things that like I like it when I eat it, but like I can't think about what I'm eating. It's a mental thing. I don't know.
So, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'll do one more jelly bean. We can keep talking though. We don't have to.
No,
go
for it. No, go for it. I'm invested in this jelly bean.
Well, in that case, let's start the music again, and we'll see what this is all about. Okay. So this one is either going to be Stinky Socks or Tutti Frutti.
That's a hell of a gamble.
I know. It sure is. Let's go see.
That's a pendulum swing if I ever heard one.
I may have to hold off my sandwich for a while if it's the Stinky Socks. Ooh, wait. I'm never sure. I think it's Tutti Frutti. So pump it up a little bit. I'm not sure though. I think I got it. Woo! Okay, let me do one more.
Nice.
Back to our conversation. Oh dear God, no. Oh no. This is either peach or barf. Ooh. Oh boy. Let's find out. Ah, man.
Oh, didn't run out twice?
Yeah. Ugh. It's like if you had like too much to drink and then you had a slice of pizza and then like what comes out at the end of that, that is not fun.
I don't know, man. I feel like they stack the deck with the gross ones. That's why like I never go for the.
I do too. I feel like they have like 30%, if that, like is like good. Like the rest of them is just nasty.
I mean, are those the every flavored beans or whatever?
Close. Like so, Bean Boozled is the Jelly Belly brand. Every flavored beans, I think, that's a Harry Potter themed one. So very similar idea though. Very similar, almost the same idea. So
got you.
Definitely on the same path, same track. Jade says, I always feel so bad, but I'm so highly entertained when Davey gets a bad bean. Right. As you should be. I don't want anyone to hold back their feelings about the beans. You should definitely enjoy them if you enjoy the moments, because it's good content. So, okay. So back to our conversation. So your music is really, really chill, which is a really, really good fit like for this platform. Like there's definitely a whole scene of just chill streamers, which as you mentioned, Alana's a good one, and Matt's a good one. Matt Suarez is a good one.
Suarez. He's an incredible songwriter.
Mm-hmm.
He's an awesome songwriter. Dan is also an awesome songwriter. I mean, there's so many like songwriters on this platform.
Yeah.
Like if there's, I know there's songwriters in the chat, so like you feel that jealousy when you hear a song that someone else wrote, and you're like, wow, I wish I could have written this.
Yeah, but I'm sure. Yeah, but I think it's really cool to see that mutual respect. That's always cool to see. As for me, as an outside, as an impartial observer, as a talk show host, for all intents and purposes. So it's always cool to see that. So every person on Twitch has a story, meaning they have influences that lead them to the kind of music they play. Now, we know some of your influences. We know that Connor Oberst is a big one, and I'm familiar with some of the other classic names like Bob Dylan and Leonard Cohen, and moving on up. But if you were to summarize some of the influences that made you the musician you are, who would they be?
Oh, man. I mean, those are pretty big ones, but I mean, my musical taste is so all over the place. Like, I when I first started playing music, I was a bassist. I was getting into a lot of jazz. So I mean, like I really didn't listen to like indie rock or any of that stuff until much later. I was listening to a lot of like Stanley Clarke and Victor Wooten, Jaco Pastorius, of course, and Jaco. And I was learning a lot of that stuff. Also, like Stuart Ham, like Outbound, stuff like that. Um, and so, like, my kind of musical journey started in that kind of like prog funk bass world and like the jazz kind of scene, and then moved into like metal. I got really, really into metal at a very young age. And then I was at my bass teacher's live gig at this place. I'm trying to remember the name. It was in Florida. Um, I can't remember the place now. Uh, and the guitarist, he played in like a cover band or whatever. And during their like intermission, the guitarist did like just a solo song, and he played "I Will Follow You Into the Dark." Um,
Mm-hmm.
just solo on stage. And I heard that song. It was like, I don't know, it was like the first time that little 13-year-old Jory had ever heard that kind of music and ever been kind of moved by it or anything like that. And I went home, and I think I like asked Jeeves, because this was like pre-Google.
Is that long ago? Yes,
Yeah.
Wow.
So I think I like asked Jeeves like about the lyrics of that song, and like um I found the song, and I started listening to Death Cab for Cutie's Plans, and
Oh,
then
cool.
I found like Bright Eyes, and then this was
Mm-hmm.
like shortly after that Postal Service came out with Give Up, and from there I just kind of went like on a whole thing. And then even from there on, I kind of went and got further into the kind of the kind of origins of the whole folk thing after finding like Bob Dylan and Leonard Cohen and stuff like that. And I got really into like Townes Van Zandt, Richard Dobson, Guy Clark.
Mm-hmm.
And I really love those like lyrical narrative storytellers, those people that like are, they're simplistic, they play cowboy chords, simplistic musical songwriters, but they do a lot with the touch of their finger picking as opposed to the complexity of their finger picking. And that's not to say that I don't appreciate complexity. So like, I mean, even within that, there's people that I love, like Tallest Man on Earth, or Kristen Mattson, who's
Mm-hmm.
Tallest Man on Earth. I mean, and that guy is just, he blows my mind. As a finger picker. But I mean, I think what I really, really love are the people that kind of, they unify the kind of the lyrical narrative and the profound lyrical or lyricism uh, with a kind of almost like shot to the heart style, like simplistic finger style guitar, if that makes sense. Where the dynamics of their touch in the finger picking of these cowboy chords almost tells its own story, as opposed to having these complicated, diminished chords or whatever.
But that's a very I do agree with that. I do agree with that, because I think you can do great music with a basic chord structure. I think.
Mm-hmm.
And Luke is in the chat. Hello, Luke. LJP Music is in here, and he too is a singer songwriter. So it's nice to see you here in the chat.
I'm
Welcome.
familiar.
Nice to see you. Oh, cool. Super cool.
Yeah.
Super cool. Yeah, that's great. I'm glad you could be with us as well, Luke. But yeah, as you said, 3 chords in the story. It's perfect. Many great musicians have kept it simple from that standpoint. But it's sometimes not just what the music is, but how you play it and what you do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Luke says, "Hey, Jory, nice to meet you."
How's it going? Yeah, I mean, I think that for me, the thing that, as I've kind of aged and like, whatever, and gone down that kind of musical journey, the thing that I've really, really, really gravitated towards heavily is lyricism and the turn of a phrase, or the way that like a lyric can just hit just right inside of a song. Like there's the song In My Lady's House by Iron and Wine, and it's such a simple lyric, but it's just the way that it hits in the song. She just says like, thank God you see me the way you do, and it just like the way that everything culminates in that moment in the song is just like, it just hits so right and so hard, and it's like it can almost like bring you to tears, you know what I mean? Like it's, and I hate to use such grandiose language with that, but like it truly is like just beautiful, and like that power as like a songwriter, it's like, I think that someone wielding that, like that takes a level of expertise that like you can't fake that, you know what I mean? Like you can't shortcut your way to that. Like it's just a demonstration of I don't know, passion that I love. There's so many things that culminate in that. So.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I'm also a fan of Iron and Wine as well. Like it's part of this. So groups like them and Iron and Wine, and Bright Eyes and many others. Are you familiar with Aqueduct at all? Like, are you familiar with like?
I have heard that. I've not listened.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but that whole scene, that entire like movement of indie music in the 2000s was like definitely my jam for a while too. So, it's very cool that you have all these different directions though. Like you have metal in your blood, you have funk in your blood, you have country in your blood. It's so cool. You have folk music in your blood, which that one tracks a lot definitely, because it's got a very folk like, your music has a definite folk lean toward it. So when you talk about doing music on Twitch, and at this point you might even be talking about in real life, but you use a looper very well, I should mention.
Thanks.
But how long did it take you to get used to the nuances of a looper? Did that start with Twitch, or were you doing that before then?
I only started doing that because I saw guys like Call Sign Scarecrow and Kevin from Numb the Geek using the RC300, and I thought, I would really like to do that. And then I bought an RC300, and from there I now use a completely different looping setup, because I was watching guys like Joshua Wu and Autopilot and Marshall Flash. Yeah. And I was like, I could really learn how to do that. And I still feel like I'm learning how to do it. There's another guy, Always Andy, Andy Harper. He's another fantastic musician and streamer here on the platform, and criminally underappreciated, I feel. But
really, let's give him a shout out. What's the handle again?
Always Andy.
Always Andy.
One word, yeah. Always Andy.
Y'all give him a follow.
Guys, the looping setup that I use now, he taught me everything that I know about it.
Oh, so. Nice. Wow.
Yeah. You've heard of him. Yeah. I think he's kind of a musician's musician, if that makes sense. But he is fantastic. He is chef's kiss good.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. I gotta check it out. Always Andy. Doesn't stream though. Oh. Interesting.
He does stream. He streams.
Oh, he does stream. Okay.
He does. He streams very irregularly.
Oh, I see. Hey, Phil, welcome in. That's really cool. Well, that is Always Andy also on Instagram at all, or on socials?
Yeah, he should be. He goes by Andy Harper. You can find him on YouTube as Andy Harper.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, he's fantastic. But the looping thing has definitely been like a Twitch journey. It's something that I've been learning how to do, and I was never like a lead guitarist until I started looping on Twitch, and so like kind of one of the things that has been part of the journey on Twitch here is with the looping and learning how to do that, and as that's developed is my ability to play lead guitar and learn how to like shred, because I've always wanted that, like I've always had that burning passion in my heart to just be like, I just want to like bust out like an epic shreddy solo, and
nice.
So I've been working towards that too alongside the looping. So
well, I think that you do have some good solos in you. Like I've seen you do the solos for Pink Floyd, which is really pretty sweet. Like those are nice. Like those are really cool. You know, how long does it take to master a solo like that?
I don't know. I'll let you know when I do.
Oh. Oh, okay. Right on. That's great. Oh, I love it. So yeah, so Always Sandy has an underscore at the end of the handle. So that's
does he?
Yeah,
that's what it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Always
right
Andy.
So there's the link. So go ahead and let's give Always Andy, and I will do that too. I'm gonna give Always Andy a follow. Yeah, get him closer to the next.
Jason says, "Oh, go ahead."
Jason says you get to open for any current act currently touring. Who are you picking and why? What a question.
Ooh, Jason Isbell.
Ooh,
you know, Jason Isbell, or my recent infatuation has been Christian Lee Hudson. I've been really, really into Christian Lee Hudson. I've been annoying all my friends with it because I keep playing his music on repeat. He has a song called Strawberry Lemonade that I am obsessed with.
Wow.
Absolutely obsessed with. And playing it often. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Good times.
Yeah, Adam knows.
I should probably just... I've not heard his work, so I will consider requesting that whenever I'm next at your place. Like, that sounds really fun.
He's really great. I the thing that actually really drew me to him is that as a lyricist, he's both like profoundly sentimental and also like funny. Like he's kind of funny. Like he writes these lyrics that are like it's kind of like what's the line? You talk all the time and somehow you say nothing. You're everything wrong with this horrible country. And it's like the way he delivers it is so deadpan, and it's
clever.
just like it's like, but like in the context of the song, it is also like this weirdly like moving line that like I don't know. It's great. It's really great.
Sounds like a great lyricist. Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, he's a phenomenal lyricist.
Sweet. All right, so let me say hi to some more folks. SFX Pines, welcome in, Piney. Good to see you here in the chat. And great question, Jason. And who else? Phil Velo's in the chat. Phil, I think we have a shout out for Phil, right? Yes, I see it. Okay, great. And Jade, I did want to thank you for the Pac-Man layout, the Pac-Man sign in the back that I have now. Just got that recently. Oh, I think I mentioned that already, but all good. No, that's always very fun to invest in. Some of your influences, that's really cool. You know, things like that. People you want to see in concert. So, like, that's a good follow up to that. Like, if you could see someone in concert that you haven't seen yet, who would you want to see in concert?
Oh, the list goes on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, on and on. I mean, before pandemic, I had tickets to go see Roger Waters performing Animals.
Wow. Wow.
And then that got canceled, obviously.
Wow. Yeah.
And then I never got to see Leonard Cohen.
Oh, right.
You know, before he died. I never got to see Bowie. I'm a big Bowie fan. I love David Bowie. Like everything that he's done. Even like 7 Years in Tibet off of like Low. Like I love that record. It's such a weird record. I mean, I don't know. The list just goes on. There's so many people that I would love to see. Man, I don't know. I guess the top of the list would probably be Leonard Cohen. Leonard Cohen or Pink Floyd, you know, as a unit. I've also never gotten to see Radiohead, but I've never tried harder in my life to go see Radiohead or any other band in my entire life because I spent like over $500 on one show trying to buy multiple tickets.
Really?
But it turned out that Ticketmaster's system was like down, and so they couldn't transfer them to me. So I bought all these tickets, and they ended up just having to refund me for all.
Oh, okay. So they didn't refund you the money, but that stinks.
Yeah, I know. I was just trying so long.
Bummer.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, probably Leonard Cohen though.
Okay.
What about you? Wow.
Well, if we're gonna go back into like, team bands from the past. Oh, by the way, hi there, CT. Good to see you here. Welcome in the chat. It starts with Led Zeppelin, like that. That needed.
Okay.
I would have absolutely number one, easy.
Have you seen Robert Plant?
I have not seen Robert Plant. That's a great call. I should go check. He must be amazing.
Highly recommend.
Yeah?
Highly recommend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Highly. Okay. Go on.
No, that's a hell of a call though. I love it. Robert Plant. I'll be on the lookout if he's back on tour at all. Like I'd love to see that. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him and the Strange Sensation is magnificent. Anyway,
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can only. Oh man, his voice is unreal. It's an amazing. That's really cool.
He's achieved like a Zen-like quality too in his old age, like where he, he's no longer doing the kind of like, I'm not gonna say that actually. That was the first thing that came to mind. I'm not gonna say that. He's not doing the hard rock and roll like belty thing so much anymore. He almost comes across as like a Zen master nowadays.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
Well, that's cool. It's nice that he can adapt to the changing times and to his changing. Has in his what do you call it, advanced stage, as you would say. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I'd love to see that.
Anyway, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No problem. I love this tangent. So next would be, let me think. So Queen, I think would have been a big one. Queen with Freddie Mercury, just would have been unreal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. And then it's just gonna get pretty silly now. So ABBA, when they're around, they get back together. That's great. But ABBA when they were younger, like that would have made more sense. Like seeing them now, like they're all in their 70s. I don't know if I want to do that, but they are amazing musicians though. So then I would just go. It would go on and on, like just like you. Like it would just go and go and go forever. Yeah. So, but there's so many bands I would love to see. Interesting. The Beatles is not one of them. And the reason is just because they would have been inundated with fans. There would have been all these ladies would have been screaming, and you wouldn't even have heard the music, so I wouldn't have bothered.
Yeah, my mom actually, I've talked to her about Beatlemania, because she was a teenager during Beatlemania, and the way she describes it just sounds like wholly unappealing to me. So I actually am with you on that.
Yeah,
like, the Beatles are not someone that I would probably ever want to go see live. So.
Yeah, it's so true. Like it's fascinating to think about that, So yeah, those are my choices. Let's now go segue to the chat's ability to ask questions, and so we call this. So when folks, if you're here for the first time, we give you the opportunity to ask questions in the second half of our show, and what we call it a segment on our program that we would refer to as America's favorite moment in Twitch broadcasting. Wait, where's the button? Okay, where's the button? Oh, here we go. I got the button.
It's time for random questions. Great stuff. Ask us anything.
All right, folks, let's go ahead and open the Q mods, if you wouldn't mind for doing that for us. If you have a question for Jory Avner, exclamation point question followed by the question itself, and we'll answer them in order. And Piney says, LOL, my mom told me she cried when the Beatles broke up, which many people did.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's a heartbreaking move for many. Jade says, wiggles to the questions, Dan. Thank you again for wiggling to the question dance, Jade. And Rahomo says, dancing is not optional. No, do the dance. Mandatory dance. Absolutely. So, anyway, we got some questions already. Great. This is great. Suspense is already in the queue with a question. Here we go. You ready for it? Here we go. It is. Is there an original song? And I assume this is like ones that are out. Like, maybe one that you're working on too. But is there an original song you're particularly proud of?
Yeah. I mean, there's the single that is coming out very soon, that I got to work with Dean on, as well as actually Jens Pajari. If you know him, he's another streamer here on Twitch. I can actually, let me type his name in chats.
Good times.
Yeah. So I got to work with Jens. He played some piano on it. But I flew down to Houston, and I have this kind of I don't know, internal competitiveness, like with myself, about everything that I release. I want to be better than the last thing that I've released, if that makes sense.
Okay.
And so this new single is like a song that I'm really proud of, in terms of writing for a number of technical reasons and songwriting reasons and reasons that I can get all heady about with myself and whatever, and probably bore you to tears. But two, it also is just like this insane, quality level that I am just very, very proud of. So I mean, the single that's coming out is something I'm extremely proud of to put together, and it sounds to me like something that is like new. It doesn't, and I'm not trying to say that in like the way that like people try and hype their shit and like you know what I'm saying, like it's like this weird, it's like it's not a ballad, but it's not like a metal song, but it's not like it's not soft, but it's not hard or whatever. It's like weird. It's like this weird in between state of like a lot of different things. But I feel like I don't know. I just feel like it achieved something that like for me it was like a personal success in that like it was just like new on all fronts, if that makes sense. Like
it does.
Creatively, structurally, technically, like yeah. So I'm very proud of that.
It's a product of a lot of hard work, which is great.
Yeah.
And it's I think I like it representing the culmination of a number of things. That's really cool. So that's much love to your new single. I can't wait for it to come out officially or if it's out, I hope it has a great run on Spotify and all the platforms.
Yeah,
should be fun.
We're still waiting to release it. We're still doing the mixes for it. But,
okay.
Man, I'm so stoked for that.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
But yeah, it really feels like an evolution.
Cool. So. Well, thank you for the question, Spence. It's really nice of you to chip in with a question. And next question from Jason L. Rush. We did say this is random questions, so let's hear it. Okay, so Jason asks, would you rather fight 100 Ewok-sized Wookies or one Wookie-sized Ewok?
Okay, so here's the big. All right, this question requires a qualifier question. Do the Ewok-sized Wookiees have the strength of a regular Wookiee? Or are they like limited by their size? Like is it proportional to their size?
Oh, I see. Because it's true, the very small creatures can be extremely strong. That's a great question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like ants.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, we're almost right. This is very G-rated for a Jason question.
Limited by their size.
Okay. All right.
100 though, 100 seems like a lot. I feel like I might get tired. I mean, since pandemic, I've been doing a lot of sitting around. So, I mean, I think like pre-pandemic, probably 100 Ewok-sized Wookiees, but maybe post-pandemic, I think I'll take my chances against the Wookie-sized Ewok.
Oh, that's a great answer. I love that so much. Good. I love I really enjoyed the cognitive, the processes that went into the answering that question. It makes a little much sense. I love the game plan there. Really good. All right. So next up in the queue for CT, Chris Thompson, CT Music, who first says, by the way, you rock very incredibly on the electric and acoustic guitars on your streams. And thank you for the nice comment, CT. Really nice. Hey, Mon's in the chat. Hello, Mon. How you doing? Pump it up. All right. So Jory's in on it too. Thanks. So now the question, and it is, would you rather acoustic guitar, electric guitar, bass guitar? And you said you started with bass guitar or ukulele.
I did start on bass. I'd probably say acoustic guitar is where my heart really lies. Mm-hmm. I write everything on the acoustic.
Okay.
So.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, that is a nice choice. I agree with CT. That is a nice choice. It's like, similar to sandwiches. Very versatile choice because you can take it anywhere. You don't necessarily need an amplifier to make it work. So there's a lot going on there that works out for it. So, how many acoustic guitars do you have? Do you have more than one?
In this room, well, actually, let me think. I have 4 acoustic guitars right now that I own.
Mm-hmm.
In this room, I have 3. In the living room, I have my other one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I have 4 acoustic guitars.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's and do they do they have particular purposes? Because I know that with electric guitars they tend to. There's tones for each one and so on.
Yeah, and it's even more so with acoustics. Like, well, I maybe not more so, but wood construction body size. They're all just designed for different things, and so like, my main guitar is Martin D18, which is a spruce top dreadnought style, which I really, really love. And I really, really love the sound quality that comes out of it. But like, if I need something brighter, then like I'll go for like my Taylor or like whatever. And it just has like, it's just built to have a brighter sound, like all acoustics. Okay. And it's a plant, you know what I mean? Like it's a plant and it's a piece of woodcraft. So yeah.
I mean, that's an interesting. Yeah, I know that I'm not as familiar with how guitars work, but I do know that each one has a different sound and feel to it, and I think that's really neat that they serve different purposes. And to follow that up, we have Jason with another question. Do you ever feel guilty for playing some instruments more than others? Do they ever get guilty seeing you have a favorite?
Well, actually, I will say that I get a little bit of sadistic pleasure about making my Taylor watch me play the D18.
Love it. So good. Oh, man. Jason says jealous. I dig. It might be too. That's a great question. Thank you for asking that, Jason. So, anybody else, if you have a question, exclamation point question followed by the question itself. And we'll keep answering them. We have a few more minutes that we can go with questions. So if you've got one for us, please send them in. It can be about anything. It can be about Wookies or sandwiches or be about music. That's a lot of different places to go. Well, I'll give you one. What would be your favorite patch on your synthesizer and or controller or MIDI controller? I'm not sure exactly what that is, but next to you.
Oh, my favorite patch?
Mm-hmm. Your favorite patch.
Ooh. So, the one that I probably use the most is this thing. I use this, which is called a Electro-Harmonix Canyon Delay. And specifically why I use it is I use it on what's called the Shimmer setting. And if you've ever watched my streams, like I do this all the time. Like it's actually something that like I should probably stop doing so much. But it creates this kind of like large detuned. If you've ever watched my streams, you've heard it. Like because I play it all the time, like all the fucking time, and I use it to like pad out soundscapes and stuff like that. Especially when I do like Pink Floyd and stuff like that, because it also has like kind of a detune, like almost like a pedal steel quality to it. But it's called a Shimmer Delay, and I use the Electro-Harmonix Canyon Delay pedal with the Shimmer Delay setting, and this thing I probably get so much use out of. It's ridiculous. Like if this thing ever breaks on me, like I will go and buy 3 more just to replace it to make sure that I never like.
Does it cost a lot?
It's like $200.
Oh, okay.
Like for a pedal, which is not that expensive, but like, I mean, it's not cheap, but yeah. But like, I mean, these things are, I love it. I don't think I could ever live without it. Like it, ever since finding that, I use it too much, probably. Like,
that's pretty neat though that the pedal gives you that sound. I think that's very cool. That's very cool. Oh,
it just is it all around great. Oh, sorry.
No, I'm sorry. Actually, I'm the one interrupted. I just noticed the 10 bits for the cheer. Thank you so much, RX Terminal. So nice to see you. But that is really, just to repeat, that is really cool. So thank you Thank you for breaking that down. That's really cool. Like I didn't even know that was a pedal. Like that's, I mean, when I've heard it, so pretty neat.
Yeah, and I've tried to find replacements for it. Like Neural DSP does, or I'm sorry, not Neural. Valhalla DSP does a shimmer that I, messed around with, and nothing sounds like that Canyon. So like, if you ever want the secret to the Jory Avner sound, it's the Shimmer Canyon pedal. Like,
Shimmer Canyon pedal.
Yeah,
it even sounds cool. Shimmer Canyon pedal.
It's so good. I love it.
Cool.
I love it so much.
All right, let's go to the next question from Spence. And the question is, Spence, aka Adam, if you could do a duet collaboration with anyone no longer alive, who would it be?
Ooh. Anyone no longer alive?
Mm-hmm.
Towns Van Zandt.
Oh wow, that's yeah.
Probably Towns.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy has been such a massive influence on my songwriting, and like I love all of his music. The only album actually that I think Spence and I were talking about this. The only album that I haven't listened to because I don't have the bravery to listen to it yet is his final record, which is called No Deeper Blue, and it's just because I don't know how he lived a very depressing life and he did not meet a very nice end, and so kind of that era of his life was very tragic, and you can hear the details of that all over his record, and I think that's probably sufficient enough of an explanation to go into, but that's the one record I haven't really listened to of his, but everything else I've just like ravenously consumed, so probably Townes Van Zandt would be.
Wow. Yeah, that I completely understand. It's like kind of just to throw this to another artist. You mentioned David Bowie, and his final album was very similar story, and he kind of gave you some hints as to what was happening to him.
Yeah, Black Star.
Yeah, Black Star. Yeah, so sad. So I totally understand. So before we get to our next question, I just want to remind everybody we do have a community challenge. We have two. We have a little one, which is going very well, the Chicken Nugget Challenge. We have 8,000 points already for the Chicken Nugget Challenge, so thank you for that. We have a bigger one for Borka Broadway production. And for those of you who follow The Sandwich, follow me on TikTok, I appreciate you so much. And I promise I'll have a new TikTok out by tomorrow, so it'll be good. All right, next question.
We were talking about your TikToks, actually, like, before we get the stream started. Just telling you, I was enjoying watching your TikToks.
Thanks, Jory. It's really nice of you to say that. And I love a lot of folks on TikTok, too. Like, if you're familiar with SJ Creative, formerly SJ Creative, now she's Jane Huntsman.
Yeah, Jane Huntsman, yeah.
So with Jane and the Huntsman, she's got a cool TikTok, too. Aaron, EBX Aaron has a great TikTok. Sashi Boom. Yeah. Like, a lot of good TikToks out there. Like, really good stuff. Oh, and then, so let's go to the queue. And, all right, so this is great. Jason asks, what's your chosen nerd franchise? The choices are Firefly, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Battlestar Galactica, and then, or pick another one.
Okay, so, of those, I would probably say Firefly.
Okay.
Just because I love that kind of space western thing, like, I mean, Cowboy Bebop was like my introduction into like kind of that whole
Cowboy Bebop was interesting.
Yeah, like retro future space western.
The cartoon one, I think. I assume, yeah. Yeah. Right on.
Yeah, like back when I was like 11 or something.
Okay.
Like Cowboy Bebop was like, to this day I still love that show.
Yeah.
But any choice you want, of those choices, Firefly definitely. I definitely was a big Lord of the Rings fan.
Okay.
I read everything. I read, all 6 books. It's actually 6 books. It's not 3.
Wow.
But, I read 6 books, and then I read the Silmarillion, and I was just like obsessed with that for a while. But of nerddom, I would say The Matrix is probably my big.
Ooh.
The Matrix is probably I consumed The Matrix like ravenously. Like I read the comics, I played all the games. I watched all the movies. I actually really love the second and third Matrix movie. When I didn't finish college, but I gave it the old college try, and when I did,
that's an incredible dad joke right there. That's great.
Yeah, I'm also a big fan of dad jokes.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I gave it the old college try, and I went in for philosophy, and I read a lot of like Jacques Derrida and Gilles Deleuze and stuff that like the Matrix is based around. And, so yeah, and I know that someone eventually is gonna look at this and be like, yeah, but don't you know that like Derrida like hated the Matrix? And I'll be like, yeah, I know that. Like, chill, but like yeah. So
yeah.
But,
that's awesome. Just to chat, if you could check it, is my mic level coming in okay? Am I too loud? Am I too soft? Can you let me know? I can't really hear it in my mix, so just let me know. But those are the Matrix is a very, very cool response. That
I love the Matrix.
I
love it.
I love it. I love that.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
It broke my heart that the new one was awful, but I also could like see through it, and I totally get it. Like, that's a whole other conversation that we could have a different time. But go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thanks, everybody. So let's get to CT Music's question, which is, what's your favorite kind of transportation from these four? The choices are cars, buses, trains, or airplanes.
Probably trains.
Okay.
I hate flying. Like, I really hate flying. I'm terrified of it. I do it anyway, but like I hate it. I hate flying. And probably trains, just because like like you meet a lot of weird people on trains. It's like very social and things like that. So yeah, probably trains. Whereas like buses, I feel like I'm always trying to like, especially in Chicago, like avoid eye contact. So yeah.
But do you worry about the inefficiency of trains, or is that less of a? Well, no, I guess that wouldn't be true. I guess
are trains inefficient? I don't like.
Yeah, that's a good
know.
question. Yeah, maybe they're not inefficient because, like, if you think about,
I mean, they might be. You could teach me about this actually.
No, I wouldn't. You would have a better. Actually, you would have a. I mean, Chicago has an amazing public transportation system. So I am definitely out of bounds saying that because trains.
No, go ahead.
So no, I think you have something to that though. Trains are very fun to ride. That is true. Like, that's really fun. Like, what's the longest train ride you've ever had?
Oh
no. Oh no.
Probably from Freiburg, Germany or not Freiburg, Amsterdam to Paris.
Okay.
Not because the actual train ride is very long, but because the route that we ended up on, because we like booked it super last minute, we ended up like having to be like routed through Belgium for some reason, and then our train was delayed, and then like we got into the station, and then the station was like closed. We missed our connecting transfer from the ICE to the TGV, and then like we had to stay overnight in Belgium, and then we got mugged. And
you got mugged too? Oh my goodness!
Yeah, we got mugged in Belgium.
Yikes!
And then my friend lost her passport and all of her stuff, and then I didn't even realize it until we arrived in Paris the next day. But my wallet was in her backpack, and so I lost my wallet. So that was a good solid 24-hour train transit, and we lost everything along the way.
Oh my gosh, that is awful. I'm so sorry. Wow.
It's okay. It was a lifetime ago, but
yeah, right on. Well, that's that definitely answers it.
What about you? What's the longest train ride you've ever been on?
Well, I don't think I've been on very long ones. Like, I think the longest one I've had so far, probably the 3 hours from LA to San Diego, or even like maybe it was from like my hometown of Oxnard to San Diego, but definitely nothing longer than that.
Are you going to TwitchCon actually? Now
I am going to
San Diego.
I am. Are you?
Yeah, I am.
Let's go! I can't wait to meet you over there. That'd be great.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We should definitely. DM me your number after this. We'll keep in touch.
Absolutely. Can do.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's gonna be a fun time, Jory. I can't wait to see you there. It'll be really fun.
Oh, dude.
So many
I'm
people.
so stoked.
Oh gosh, yeah, it's gonna be a party. Yeah. Oh, don't worry about it, CT. It's all good. I mean, yeah, I feel bad too. Jory, CT says he feels bad about that train incident you mentioned. Yeah.
It was a lifetime ago, and it definitely wasn't your fault. So, unless you were in Belgium in 2013, otherwise,
So that's funny. But yeah, I'll show you around like there's so much good food in San Diego. It's amazing. And if you're a beer guy, you mentioned beer. It's a great beer city. It's an amazing beer town. I so much I can show you around. Spence says it was me, Jory.
It was Spence. Spence did it.
That's the whole time. Ramos is careful.
The game was rigged from the start.
It was me the whole time. It was rigged from the start. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, Rahomo, that's fair. You never be too careful anywhere. So he says careful. There are some creeps in San Diego. I'm sure there are creeps everywhere. So yeah,
but there's also like really good tacos.
Really good tacos, folks. Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'll point you all in the right direction. Just follow the sandwich man. We'll take you to the right spots.
We should go get some tacos, man. Like
tacos would be so good. Oh, fish tacos in particular are just amazing. Like amazing.
Oh, I'm a huge taco fan. Like, I love it. I mean, tacos are the sandwiches of the South.
We've had this debate. Is it a sandwich? I mean, maybe not, but it's the same idea, right? Like it's the same idea. It's like the cousin of the sandwich. Like it totally works. So, anyway, CT, thank you for the question. That's a really good question. So let's see, the super long con. Yeah, I love that, Spence.
Super
long con. Now, so here's the follow up to that. Since the question's going to lead into this anyway. Are there venues for which one can do like music at TwitchCon? Like, is that something that is I've been looking into this, not to do a concert. I can't do a concert, but I just wonder for everybody else, like, do they have like performance stages? Because they do at some conventions, but I always wondered if like such a thing was in effect for TwitchCon.
I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about this.
Okay.
But I recently put in an application to perform at TwitchCon.
Okay.
As well as I know some other people did. And, I also recently have... Actually, I'm not going to talk about that.
Okay.
No, it's cool. And I know that there are also a lot of after parties that are going to be going on. Which again, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, but there are going to be a lot of after party shows that a lot of people are going to be performing at. I'm going to be performing at one of the after party shows.
Okay.
That details to come, but again, it's so early in the planning process that like I don't really feel comfortable going into.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Yes, there are going to be a lot of performances going on. At least as far as I know of people that are on Twitch that are going to TwitchCon that are going to be performing at specific things. Venue-wise, some of these are going to be in actual bars and whatever, and some of them are going to be at TwitchCon itself, and then some of them are going to just be in like hotel rooms. Like I don't know if you've ever been to like Folk Alliance or anything like that, but a lot of the shows have
I've not, but that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Like, so in other words, the scene is going to be so big that these shows may not be within the boundary of the actual TwitchCon event itself. It could be at bars nearby.
Yeah, I think a lot of them are going to be like kind of unofficial showcases or whatever that are happening. I know that, it's not too late to... I applied to bring my...
I was just laughing. Jamie's that's so good.
Jamie, I hope they accept your application because there's definitely going to be a need for a backyard. So
Jamie's got the most awesome tree, too. She streams her backyard sometimes on Twitch. So that's...
I have not seen that yet.
Yeah, y'all give Jamie a follow. She's got a fun channel.
I followed Jamie. When I followed Jamie, the joke was that Jamie doesn't stream, and so I was like following Jamie.
I love that the raccoon's gonna come. Oh, Luke, have a great rest of your night. So good to see you. Like, can we give Luke one more shout out, folks, in the chat? Let me see if I can get this. Here we go. there's the raccoon who might be coming along for the trip. And Smack Talk, so good to see you too. Welcome in. It's nice to see you again. And thank you for the gift sub, Smack Talk. That's very nice of you. To Luke, thank you so much. Wow. But have a great rest of your night, Luke. It's so good to see you. I hope your streams keep going well, and your new music comes out. That's going well too. All the best. So yeah, that's a great. I'm excited that that actually got me more interested in TwitchCon. I guess I love that there's going to be so many different potential shows all over town. Like that's really great. So to the question, Spence asks, what venue would you most like to do a live gig at?
Ooh. Probably the Ryman Theater.
Cool.
Yeah, cool. The Ryman Theater in Nashville. If I ever got a chance to like open or headline or whatever, it doesn't even matter. I don't care. Like, I would love to play at the Ryman Theater. Like, it's just a gorgeous venue. Anyone that's been in Nashville is familiar with the Ryman, I'm sure. Anyone who lives there is definitely familiar. The Ryman is just, I mean, it's a venue that's a part of like musical history, and you know everyone has played there. And like the stage is also extremely unique, and like the sound inside the Ryman is like it's a weird venue too, because it's very condensed and very vertical, as opposed to being like super like deep, if that makes sense. Like the seating is not so much deep in the back as opposed to like just being vertical.
Oh,
so, like,
okay. So it kind of stacks up. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and so the acoustics of the Ryman are just incredible. Also, welcome Raiders.
Raiders, welcome in. Oh, so when we get a raid, we do a raid song. I'll do it really quickly.
Oh yeah, do it.
Yeah, here we go. So Brad Lord Ipsum, welcome in. How are you doing tonight? And I also want to give a hello to I want to say hello to Lincoln32, and thank you so much for the follow, Lincoln. I was really nice of you to follow the other day. So welcome in everybody. Let me bring you all in. I think this is a little bit too loud, so let me bring it down. Here we go. I protect the riot. I protect the riot. Brad Lord Ipsum, it's so good to see you again. How was your stream, everybody? Welcome in. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate you so much. We are here tonight with a very talented musician, Jory Avner Music. He's the latest of our series of interviews that we do here on The Sandwich Show. My name's Davey. I am the host of The Sandwich Show, and this is an interview show we do normally once a week. We actually have two of them this week, but tonight we're hanging with Jory Avner Music, a very, very cool musician out of Chicago, Illinois, and let's learn more about his story. Mods, if you could give a shout out to Jory once again, or just do exclamation point guest to invoke that. How was your stream tonight, Brad? Now, Brad Lauren's stream is really fun. Like he did the Drinking Bird as a stream. So if you've ever seen Turtles and Chill, imagine that with a Drinking Bird. So that's basically his stream. And Tin Tam's in here too. What's up, Tin Tam? So good to see our good gaming friend is in. Our first ever guest in the Sandwich Show too. So it's so good to see you, Tin Tam. I'm so glad you're here. That goes for both of y'all. Welcome in, everybody.
Well, I'm dropping follows.
Thank you, Jory. It's so kind of you to do that. You know. And I just think the texture of the community is why I love being here so much. I just think it's kind of just a nice neighborhood, and we're all kind of hanging out and other people in our neighborhood, and let's go to Jory's house and go hang out with Jory for a little bit and take it from there. But that is really cool. The venue you mentioned in Nashville, and if you ever do reach that place, I really do hope a lot of the following at your channel makes an appearance there, because I think it probably would get a good turnout. I feel like it could. Yeah. Like, how big is it again? Just to remind me, like how many seats are we talking?
The Ryman?
Yeah. I was thinking.
Oh, I don't actually know. I think it's got to be at least 1,000. Something like that.
Oh my gosh! Wow! Yeah. Oh man!
I mean, it's not a small theater. I mean, Jason Isbell just did like a residency there for like a month, and it's hosted everyone from Johnny Cash to Bob Dylan.
Wow!
Gosh, so many people have played there. Joni Mitchell, like Wilco, the Flaming Lips, like so many people have played there. I would love to play at the Ryman, and just the Ryman Theater in general is like. Yeah. You can tell when you like walk into the space Absolutely, Tim Tam. You can just tell when you walk into the space there's something like special about it. You can hear it, you can feel it. It's just, I don't know, like maybe I'm just a nerd about that kind of stuff, but you can just like, and like the stage itself, you just like look at the wood on the floor and it's just like, fuck man, like there's like sweat on those boards, you know what I mean? Like you can just tell, you can just tell that like there has been some like real magical once in a lifetime shit that's gone down there. I'm sorry for my language, but
no apologies necessary. We have the mature tag, so we can cuss all we want over here.
Cool, yeah. Cool,
I love having that tag. It's just like one less thing to worry about. Like, he said fuck shit, cunt, sucker, motherfucker. Like, yeah, that's great. I don't have to worry about that. But yeah, no. So anyway, just to remind everybody, thank you again for the raid, Brad. Give Brad Lauren Ipsum a follow and Tim Tam as well. It's always cool people to hang out with, and Brian's in here too. Oh my goodness!
E-flat guy.
Eddie Flat Guy, bump it up. So good to see ya.
What up?
Right after I cussed like crazy.
Perfect timing.
It really is.
The cursing that summoned him.
Davey, do I need to serve you a soap sandwich? I know it. Well, oh yeah. So Tim Tam specializes in Dead by Daylight. I don't know how much of a gamer. Are you a big time gamer? Are you into gaming at all?
I used to be a really hardcore gamer. My big infatuation these days is like the FromSoft games.
Okay.
Like, so like Dark Souls and
Ooh.
I've been working my way through Elden Ring. It's been a pain in the ass. I have thoughts about it that, I don't know, whatever. We can go into that if we want off stream. Anyway, but but so I'm big into those. It's Spence and Joyce and I have been playing Divinity and Apex and stuff. I like to game. Jamie, you play Fortnite. I was a really big Fortnite gamer. Back in like season 3 and 4, I competed in a bunch of tournaments. I was pretty good at Fortnite. Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I was big into those games.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good...
I dabble.
That's a good selection of games. Like, that's a solid selection of games, though. Like, you're definitely more in the scene than I would imagine many people would be. So that's pretty cool. So, yeah, and Tim Tam, we hope to join you there. Did I mention Lincoln? Did I mention thanks for the follow? Yeah, Lincoln, thank you for the follow earlier. No, I didn't mention that. Okay, I'm forgetting stuff tonight. So everybody in the chat, I want to remind you, you can ask a question of Jory Avner. Use exclamation point question followed by your question. And we'll keep going for the next few minutes. I'd love to hear from you. And let us know if there's anything you want to know about anything at all. I have a question, which is what we call the question. Oh, by the way, the other thing is we have new community challenges. We have a Chicken Nugget Challenge, which only needs 20,000 points. We already have 10. So if you would like to contribute to if you would like to contribute to the community challenge, do so here in the point section of the chat. And that'll get it going as well. And we also have the Borka Broadway Production Community Challenge as well. You can contribute to that also. So, wait. Oh, Tim Tam says, I'd love to hear what you said about Elden Ring. I think you mentioned that already. So, cool. Here comes a question. Here we go. Are you ready? So, the question that we ask all the time here on the Sandwich Show. All right. Waffles, pancakes, or French toast?
Ooh, why you gotta do me like that?
It's a tough one.
Yeah, that is a tough one. Oh, I'm gonna have to say, as much as I love waffles, especially like a good, perfectly crispy on the outside, fluffy on the inside Belgian waffle. Oh, crepes do be. Don't throw a wrench.
If you were to add crepes to that, where would you? Because we technically could put you down for crepes if you wanted to. So that's an option. It's up to you.
But see, that makes it so much more difficult because like, crepes can be savory as well as sweet.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Yeah. See, I'm on the fence between like pancakes and French toast.
Okay.
I'm on the fence. I don't know. It's so hard to choose.
Well, what would you be in the mood for today? That'd be a good way to break the tie.
Today?
Mm-hmm. Or tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow.
Tomorrow, probably pancakes.
Okay. Pancakes! Let the mods denote the pancakes for Jory Avner.
But I gotta say, I did just recently have crepes on my birthday, and it was phenomenal.
Ooh. What was inside? Savory?
Yeah, I chose savory because when I do crepes, I always want to go savory.
Okay.
'Cause it's such a unique combination. But like, it was Gruyere and prosciutto.
Ooh. Oh, that's so light and fluffy, and that just sounds.
I know.
It melts in your mouth, right? Oh my goodness.
Oh, I know.
Good call. Good call. That's fantastic. What I know, I'm a little surprised at that Pancakes number. I'm shocked too. If you look at the standings, Pancakes have been chosen 6 times. French Toast 10 and Waffles. I'm shocked. I thought it'd be much higher. Wow. Yeah.
I'm surprised that waffles are like beating out pancakes because like waffles are such an unwieldy food. You know what I mean? Like they're a little less easy to kind of navigate.
Oh man, tread carefully. If Aaron's lurking in the chat, she's not gonna like that French Toast comment. But
what, Elsie Binks, Aaron? Like
no, different Aaron. Aaron Renee 6 our mod over here.
Yeah.
Elsie Binks, Aaron would be an interesting query. I'll ask her that question eventually.
Yeah.
Like, what would she prefer? She like you said, she's an incredible musician too. So I'm looking forward. Yeah.
I love her band. She was one of the first people that I met. Her and Jen and Johnny are like some of the first people that I met on Twitch like 2 years ago. We all started around the same time.
Cool.
And like, you know, I have their merch and like,
nice.
You know, I wear it every chance that I get. And, you know, I remember we made a pact that we were going to play a show together at some point whenever the pandemic was over.
Really?
So, yeah. So.
Ooh.
Still waiting. Whenever I go on tour through Detroit, I'm definitely gonna be hitting them up.
Yeah, I was gonna say like you're not that far from them. Like so they're, I mean Chicago to Detroit's not that far at all. Like that can very well be done. Let's see, waffles are more diverse, says Jamie. I made cranberry orange waffles.
That's an innovation. I feel on
definitely.
Waffle technology, I feel like, is not ready for that. on a kind of a broad consumer level. Like I feel like that's ahead of its time.
Jamie is an influencer with waffles. How about that? It? E-Flat says
love waffles.
Yeah, I mean, I think they all have a role. And E-Flat says pancakes are more versatile than waffles. I will agree to that for the basic premise is that it's easier to make different flavors of them, right? So you can have like blueberry waffles and chocolate chip waffles and so on and so forth. So,
or you can make savory waffles too. I mean, bacon pancakes, dude. You ever watch Adventure Time?
No, and I've heard of it, but I have not watched it. No,
brother.
Should I watch? Yeah.
Yeah, you should watch.
Do they get into stuff like this? They get into waffles? Like I might watch that. Yeah.
buddy. It gets into everything.
Oh, wow.
Adventure Time is... I'm a huge Adventure Time fan.
Cool.
Jake Dog is like my spirit animal.
Oh,
yeah, there's a whole song. There's a whole song about bacon pancakes.
That's my kind of group right there. That's pretty good. Yeah. The whole... Spence agrees. Spence that makes a point, too. There's a whole song. Pinball Sorcerer's in the chat. Welcome in, Pinball. One of our regulars here. Nice to see you, Pinball. And we got the E-Flat, a shout out to that E-Flat guy. I want to advise everybody to follow that E-Flat guy. An extremely talented pianist over on Twitch, on the Twitch platform. So thank you for joining us. And Jamie says, there was a place my job that had meat lovers waffle. Ooh. Tell me more. That sounds good. Like bacon and sausage? That sounds really good.
I recently just got back into making bacon. Like I am not like a bacon guy, but like I woke up the other day with like a mission in me. You know what I mean? Like just like a fire in my heart. And like I like literally got out of bed and like Joyce was like, "Are you making coffee?" And I was like, "I'm going to the store." She was like, "Why?" And I was like, "I'll tell you when I get back." Went to the store and I like went and like hunted for like the thickest cut bacon that I could find.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, and here's the thing about bacon though, you got to make it in the oven. You can't put it in a skillet. Nah, that's not
really.
That's not
a fan.
No, you got to make it in the oven. You got to bake it.
Okay.
That's the best way to do it. Which, by the way, the secret to making perfect bacon every time: set your oven to 400. Oven tray. tin foil. You know, lay your bacon strips out on the tin foil on the tray. You stick it in the oven, and then as the oven is preheating up to 400 degrees, you let the bacon cook as it's preheating inside the oven. That's the best way to make bacon.
So you don't even let the oven go all the way to full temperature yet. You put it in before.
Well, you do depending on like the cut and like whatever, but like you want it to kind of cook as it's preheating because of like the chemical reaction that's going inside of the fat and the bacon. Okay. So.
All right, so
a chef taught me that. So.
Wait, who did? Aaron Chef?
A chef.
Oh, a chef. Okay, I got you. Okay. Wow. What good intel. So, Jamie mentioned that she has an Instagram photo of this is the cranberry orange one? Yeah, okay. So here it is. I'm going to show it to you. Here we go. That is the waffle she made. It looks like it came out fine. Yeah, I see the cranberries in there. There's orange rinds in there. Okay. What do you think, Jory?
I would mow that waffle. That looks like a very a delectable waffle.
I like it. Oh, you're the bacon one. You want to see it? Oh, the bacon one. Okay, let me go back here then. Sorry, don't yell at me.
It.
Goodness gracious. Jeez, I'm just trying to help. My goodness. Oh, okay, here's the bacon one, I think. No, I see a macaroni and cheese. Man, you make a lot of waffles. There's a mac and cheese waffle. There's a banana nut muffin waffle. One of these has got to be bacon. Let me see. Blueberry mix. Okay, cool. Wow. This is impressive, Jamie. You really do have it going on with these waffles. I cannot find the one with the bacon. We'll get to that a little bit later then, I guess. But, so anyway, getting back to it. Let's see. Smack Talk says chicken and waffles are... Oh, no, EFAT for the question first. Have you had the Wendy's Maple Bacon Burger? And I've not had the burger. I've had the chicken sandwich, and I love the chicken sandwich. That was really good. And I've had the hot honey maple bacon burger. I mean, chicken sandwich. Really good. I don't know... Have you had the Wendy's Maple Bacon Burger?
I don't really eat fast food.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I haven't eaten Wendy's in... I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you.
Right on. Well, I would say follow Jamie88888 on Instagram, too, just for the waffle drops. There's so many waffles on here. It's really exciting. This is really good. But, yeah, I haven't had it yet, but I know that the chicken one is really good, Ryan, so I'd be down for that for sure. Okay. So, Jamie's asking me to find it. Okay. Do you remember when you did it? I'll keep looking. But while we keep looking, let me keep going to the questions. So,
right. No, I have no idea. No, that's not true. That's not true.
Joy, you are more disciplined and wise than us.
No, that's not true. It's not true at all.
Right on. Okay.
I'm such a creature of impulse and habit. So it's so not true.
The Mexican place you have near you looks amazing though. Some of the stuff you've had there you mentioned on stream, that sounds really good. So. Oh
man. Well, so up in my area we have El Famous Burrito.
Okay.
Which is really good, and I'm a big fan of lengua.
Yeah, lingua's good.
Yeah.
Oh,
dude.
succulent. Yeah.
Yes. But so there's this new place. There's this place that we found down in Little Village, which is it's way south of where I live. But it's called La Chaparrita, I think is what it's called.
Okay.
I could be wrong about that. I ate there once just recently, and oh my god, their pastor and their tripe was it was incredible. I could not believe how unbelievably awesome it was. And then there's this other place that we just found that does huaraches, and also incredible. So.
Oh, have a good look. Oh my goodness, all that sounds good. Tripa and everything. That's legit. They got all the meats. That's really good. They're getting the tripa. That's pretty serious.
Is it tripa? Is that how you say it?
Well, I I think that's what you're referring to. So yes, I believe that's right. It's like
Yeah,
trike.
I don't speak Spanish, and
No worries.
I'm
No worries.
super ignorant consumer. So like, no, I'm
Absolutely no shame.
awesomely like welcoming like the.
Okay.
Like, thank you. It's tripa.
Yeah,
That's how you say it. Okay, cool,
Yeah.
nice.
So here's the waffle that Jamie was looking at. This is what she made. The all meat waffle. Ooh man, that is meat
What's
lovers
on
pizza.
that? I can see bacon. Is that mushroom? Is that what that is?
I thought there was mushroom in there too. Jamie, can you let us know? Let's see. Oh, have a great lurk. Now I'm hungry too, says Smack Talk. Thanks for hanging with us, Smack Talk. We love you so much. Take care, my friend. It's so good to see Pinball back. And Jamie says, I made it for my mom after Easter, which is cool. Super cool. And Phil, have a great lurk as well. So good to see you. Can we give Phil one more shout out in the chat? Phil's starting up some charity streams too, so definitely follow Phil for those. Oh, no ham. Wait, ham and sausage. Oh, okay. It's ham and sausage. Okay. Chase says, now I need a meal now. Gonna work too. Oh, my God. Oh, man. That looked good, though. That looks really good. Yeah. I'm just amazed it all came to stuck together. Like, I'm kind of like, when you put that much meat in it, it's like you worry that it's going to fall apart. I just don't know. So there's no way to know. But, all right. So, Lincoln with a question. Do you ever tour the Nebraska area?
I have only ever really passed through. I have a lot of friends from Omaha, and so I've been to Nebraska a lot. I haven't gotten the chance to play. I've booked a few shows there in the past. You're like bringing back memories for me, actually. I've booked shows in like the Omaha area. And then they fell through for various reasons, but I would love to play in Omaha. I enjoy Omaha. Like, I'm a Midwesterner at heart, and also I grew up in small town Idaho, and Omaha is just like a city that, like, when I was there, I was like, I understand this place. You know what I mean? Like, so I would love to play there. But no, I haven't played in Omaha. Also, like, it's home to a lot of the people that I love, like Connor Oberst and Tim Kasher and Simon Joyner, and so there's a lot of musicians that are like in Omaha that I really love. So I'd love to play there. I had a gig booked at a DIY venue house that, like, apparently Connor Oberst used to live at, and then, like, my booking contact, like, randomly, like, moved out of the house and, like, didn't tell me, and the show got canceled. And, like, anyway, it was like a whole thing, but like,
wow.
So, yeah.
Gotcha.
So now she lives in Chicago, and she's awesome. But yeah,
cool.
A lot of music venues in Lincoln. Yeah, Lincoln is like another city that I wanted to play in. I actually have friends that live in Lincoln still to this day.
Oh,
so, yeah.
Okay. So you do have some good connections in all these states. That's really great. So you got Michigan, you got Nebraska, you have Ohio, where you're from, you have Illinois, where you are, and so that's a pretty good network of.
I was a touring musician for a number of years.
Mm-hmm.
So I've played in a lot of places, but there's like weird pockets of places that, like, I never got to end up, and it's in a lot of the major cities, it's not for lack of trying. It's just because shit just didn't work out.
I gotcha.
Which it just happens. Yeah, shit just happens.
True.
So,
Very true.
yeah.
Let's go ahead and close the queue, everybody. So we'll go ahead and wrap it up with this final question. But before we get to it, let me get to the question first, and then I'll do the follow-up after. So E-flat with a question: was there a particular experience, artist, or song that inspired you to start writing music?
Well, yeah. I mean, I think we actually kind of touched on this earlier.
Yep.
Is before I kind of did the whole singer-songwriter thing, when I was much younger, I was very into like jazz and metal and stuff like that.
Yep.
I was playing mostly instrumental stuff, and then I Will Follow You Into the Dark by Death Cab for a Cutie was the song that kind of got me like really into the indie thing, and that got me like playing guitar and like writing my own lyrical songs and stuff like that. So I would say that was probably the song that like really, put me onto the path that I guess further down the road of now.
Yeah. And it's cool
it's fine.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say the same thing. Like, thank you for reprising that answer. It's a good journey and a good story. So it was nice to revisit that. So absolutely cool. So it looks like that. So I think we closed it up. So thank you everybody who contributed to the Chicken Nugget Challenge, which includes cool people like Jade Tile and who else? Let's see. I'm gonna scroll back here and look at these numbers. Smack Talk 94, Brad Lord Nipsom. Just making sure everybody's here is covered. Very good. Yeah. So my follow-up question to all of those is there a particular city where you would want to perform that you haven't yet? Anywhere really, not even in this country, but anywhere in the world.
Yeah. I don't know. It'd be cool to play in Japan.
Ooh.
But like, I don't know. I played in a lot of. It's weird to say because like I'm not like necessarily like one of those big like arena selling out musicians or whatever. But I've actually for whatever reason played in a lot of different countries.
Mm-hmm.
I've played in Germany and in Switzerland, Paris, Amsterdam. Canada, like in Toronto and like all over, whatever, it doesn't matter. I don't know, that question though, like I guess more so is it's less about for me like like when I play out, like I really don't think about the idea of like, oh my god, like I'm playing this city, you know what I mean? Like I don't really think about it like that.
Oh, okay.
It's more so like I would just love to go to those places. Like I would love to see Japan and like I'd love to just be there, and like same with like so many other places, like I've never been to Southeast Asia, so I'd love to play anywhere there if it got me over there to like or even like I had this obsession with I wanted to go and visit like Sri Lanka and stuff like that. So I don't anywhere that just takes me somewhere new that I haven't been before, that would be cool.
So so the options are wide open in your case. That's cool. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah. Anywhere really. I mean, I would love to just go somewhere new.
Cool.
Yeah. Well,
Jory, this has been and Lincoln. Thank you very much for the kind words regarding the stream. Awesome, cool stream, Dave. I appreciate you. And I'm back at you, Jory. This is an awesome, cool time with you. I've really had a lot of fun getting to know you.
Much.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, and. Here's to continued success. I hope you have another good round of great streams. And then I cannot wait for all your new music to come out, the new album, the new single. It sounds like really exciting moments are happening in your life, and it's really cool that we can be part of it.
Thank you so much for inviting me on here, man. It was a lot of fun. So,
well,
thank you so much.
You bet. Glad to do it. We'll always be on the lookout for you. We'll see. Hopefully, we can get you back sometime down the road too. On top of that, so we'll see. Let's see.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe after Sri Lanka or something.
Yeah, and then somewhere in between, with all the gigs that we might be watching or doing in San Diego for TwitchCon. I am
it's true. Yeah,
it's gonna be so fun. It'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to. Yeah, make sure that we keep in touch for that, man. I would love to hang out in San Diego. So.
We'll talk for sure. E Flat says, Jory, final question. Did you know that you're the coolest? I love that.
Brother, you're the coolest.
That's very nice of you, E Flat. That's so cool. So again, very, very cool to do this. Let's go find someone to raid. We'll thank some people first. So let me go get the end credits started. And let's thank the people. So here we go. A lot of resubs tonight. And RX, damn it all. It's good to see you in the chat. I've seen you before. Let's get some mod love in the chat, folks. Exclamation point. Oh, thank you for the 200 bits, Lincoln. Thank you so much for the 200 bits. Mod love, everybody. I really thank you so much for helping us out tonight. Jamie and Jason, y'all were great. I appreciate you so much. And Jory, too. Oh, wait. What? Thank you for the 200 bits, Jory. Oh, my God. We almost have a hype train? Oh, my goodness. I don't know what to do if we have a hype train. Actually, I do know what to do, but I just mean, like, being so late in the show. It's so crazy. I don't think we've ever had a hype train this late in the show. So, I guess we can... Look, did we actually close the queue? I guess we could take an extra question. Just, you can type in the chat. We don't have to do it in the queue. But, oh, my...
There it is.
The hype train has commenced. Thank you so much for the gift sub, Smack Talk. Oh, my goodness. So, here's what we do with hype trains. We've engaged it. I hope you don't mind spending a few more minutes with us. So, what we do, we have trivia. So, I'll give you one of several categories, and you can try to answer these. To keep the trivia going, you just need to get to the trivia, get the hype train to the next level. And thank you for the 3. Jory, this is completely unnecessary. Thank you so much for your incredible generosity. This is wild. So wild. All right. So, let's see. Would you like to answer questions about Star Wars, music, beer? Well, maybe not beer. I didn't finish the beer category. So, Star Wars, ducks, music, or food? Which of these would you like to try tonight?
Oh, man. I probably know the least about all of those. So, let's go with music. Let's see music.
I bet you can do well with the music. Let's do it. Okay, so
we'll see.
Music category. Good luck, Joey. So if you
Might embarrass myself.
Well, time will tell. So here's how it works. Every question you get right, you will get a point. Every question you get wrong, the chat gets a point. Let's do the thing. All right, here we go. Here's our first question. What are the 2 commonly used clefs in sheet music?
Bass and treble.
It is. You got it. So there's your first point on the board. Excellent work. Question number 2. Oh, thank you for the 64-bit Z-Flat. I appreciate you. And thank you for the 3 gift subs, Spence. And thank you for another gift sub, Smack Talk. Oh, my goodness. All right, so question number 2. What is the best-selling music album to date?
Is it still Thriller?
It is still Thriller by Michael Jackson. How about that?
Yeah.
2 points. Great. Nicely done. Well, great start. Okay. Third question. Which movie is often synchronized to the Pink Floyd album Dark Side of the Moon?
The Wizard of Oz.
It sure is. Yeah, that was an easy
Dark
one,
Side
right?
of the Rainbow.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. And that E-flat guy, Hotel California's a close second. Is that true? That's probably right. I'd love to try that. Okay, question number 4. Who is the... Oh, my... Spence! You did not... Spence! My goodness, what... Oh, my goodness, this is incredible, Spence. Oh, holy cow.
Bad.
That's...
Absolute bad lad.
We are not on Jory's channel. We are on Davey's channel. We are not on the Jory Avner Music channel. We're in the... But thank you so much, Spence. I mean that. Thank you. All right, next question. Who is the greatest selling country artist of all time?
Oh, shit. Man, I'm gonna be wishy-washy and say Hank Williams.
Ooh.
I wish.
I gotcha. The answer is Garth Brooks.
And that was like my second guess, and I was like, I was gonna be wishy-washy and say Hank Williams because, like, I like Hank Williams a lot more than I like.
Oh, that's wild. That is wild. Almost. It was on the tip of your tongue. You're kind of hoping it was the other one, right? Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, it was.
I gotcha. All right, question 5. This might be a little tougher, or maybe not. Which South Korean boy band has been in the middle of an enormous world tour? I don't know if they're still touring, but...
BTS?
It is BTS, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the only one that most of us know.
Actually, Joyce has, like, been indoctrinating me into the...
Oh, really?
Pop thing, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
I love it.
Yeah.
And thank you again for this, the gift sub, Smack Talk. My goodness, so much... This is incredible. Hype train tonight. All right, so let's see. Question 6. What is the term for 60s British rock success in the U.S.?
Brit rock? I mean, like...
What was it called? Like, what was it? What would they have called all the British acts becoming popular here in the States? They all
Oh
came
shit!
in one sitting.
The British invasion.
It is the British invasion. You got it. Nicely.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. You got it.
Yeah.
On the nose. Perfect. 5 points. All right, so let's see. 3 minutes left in our hype train. If you want to keep it going, let's get it to level 4.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so question number 7. Which member of the Beatles was known as the Quiet Beatle?
Was it Harrison?
It sure was. George Harrison.
Yeah.
You've done it again. How about you're like guessing like maybe it was George. It was. You got it. Nailed it. Okay.
Making educated guesses.
Very well done. Yeah, absolutely. This is the mastery to SAT tests. Like this is perfect. All right. Okay. This is hard because this is very esoteric, but
Okay.
I'll give it to you.
I'm stoked.
What is the most well-known bluegrass group of the '90s, according to me? But according to most people.
Of the 90s?
Yeah.
I just thought of a really kind of a shit post answer. I was gonna say Darius Rucker.
Oh, that's good. That is excellent. That is excellent.
Shit, I don't know.
Darius Rucker.
I don't know, wagon wheel, man. I don't know. I don't know, man. I wouldn't even call wagon wheel bluegrass. But
No, I would not qualify as bluegrass either. So,
I don't know, man.
it's a tough. It's just that I didn't want people to get. I didn't want this to be too easy. So,
No, you're good. Wait, let me take a stab at
Okay,
this.
go for it.
Of the 90s,
it may be early.
I
2000s.
feel like this is something that's in my in the vault somewhere. You know what I mean? Nah, you know what? I give up. I just want to know.
Okay, so from my research, the answer is Alison Krauss and Union Station.
What? That's bluegrass?
Yeah, definitely. I think so.
I mean, I love Alison Krauss, but okay, all right. You know what? I'll go with that. I love Alison Krauss though. I mean,
Yeah, she's awesome. Absolutely.
yeah, she's incredible.
Very incredible. Absolutely. So
Were they that popular?
I mean, they're kind of popular. I mean, they weren't huge by any means, but they were in a movie, right? There was a song
Okay,
in "Oh Brother,
fair
Where
enough.
Art Thou," right? So
Yeah, that's true. Oh, but see, I mean, I guess if that's your metric though, wouldn't Gillian Welsh be you know,
yeah, no, they're good.
because didn't she write a majority of that soundtrack?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
All right, 10 seconds to go. We'll get one more question in. What's the name of the film that depicts the rap group NWA?
Isn't it Straight Outta Compton?
It sure is. Straight Outta Compton. You got it. Excellent work. Excellent work. Jory, well done. 7 questions right to only 2 wrong in the hype train. Congratulations.
I'll
Really
do
well.
better next time. Thank you.
Absolutely. Excellent work. And thank you everybody for the hype. And Efat says, I love this. Let's see. I have an objection to the premise of the question. The one about the bluegrass question. Haha, I cringe every time somebody says they love Darius Rucker's version of Wagon Wheel. What an uninspired cover that changed nothing. Yes. Yeah.
Well, I think, wasn't it Darius Rucker bought the... Oh, no, it was Old Crow Medicine Show bought the chorus of Wagon Wheel off of Bob Dylan, and then Darius Rucker ditched Hootie and the Blowfish to do his, solo country shebang.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely seems to speak to him, so credit to him in that front, but...
Sure, yeah.
I know where that was going. Oh, so good.
I don't have any strong opinions about Darius Rucker one way or the other. So.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. I don't think I do really. I did like the Hootie and the Blowfish debut album though. That was pretty good. But
yeah. I just watched a movie where they did a bit where they what the fuck was I watching? And it was like they did like a bit about Hootie and the Blowfish. It was actually like fucking hilarious.
Oh, now I
What
need
the
to
fuck
see
was
this.
I watching?
Oh man.
Oh, it was the Boys animated series, and they did like a bit about it.
Right on.
Anyway, yeah, it was not a good show. Don't watch it, but
Oh, right on. Well, Bass Clarinet's good to see you. Chris on, so nice to see you. Did we give Bass Clarinets a shout out? Very, very, very fun variety streamer. Not only streaming video games, but also bass clarinet, as just true to the name, and he's pretty good at it too. So good to see you. And E Flat says, I just think anybody who bothers to record a cover should make an effort to change it a little.
I agree with that.
That's so
Make
true.
it your own.
E Flat, you're so.
It's like, that's like with Weezer, and they covered Toto's Africa. Like,
Oh no.
yeah,
I wasn't into it.
yeah, but it's also like you don't want like who was that Puddle of Mud, and they covered what was that song they covered? It was terrible.
Oh, let me see.
Like
I'll look it
About
up.
a Girl or something.
Puddle of Mud. Okay, hold on.
I think it was Puddle of Mud. I don't remember. It was a couple years ago, and it was like the laughing stock of the internet.
We're not leaving until I figure out what this is.
Okay. Now I feel like I just like kind of like called out a fellow artist. I feel bad now. Like,
Oh, this is great.
I don't mean to like.
Oh,
I
there it
don't mean
is.
to, like-
There it is. Sound of Silence. Is that the one? Oh God,
it might
I
be.
think I've heard that. I think I heard that one. Oh,
I mean, I think we can all agree that the only artist that it's like really safe to like hawk shit at is like Limp Bizkit. Like, you know, like.
yes. Yeah. My answer to that is just yes. Yes. No, that was Disturbed. Okay, Disturbed. Yeah, I thought it was I thought it was somebody else. So what did the Puddle of Mud do then? I'm trying to remember.
They did something like a couple years ago, where they covered something, and it was just, I mean, it was just atrocious. I don't know. I don't even know if it was Puddle of Mud. I can't even remember at this point. Like, because it was something that like just got like, I like watched it once, and I was just like, oh, that's terrible. And then like, you know, like it was just like a cover that like did not suit that person's style. About a girl. Yeah,
About a Girl from Nirvana.
I thought
Yeah,
it was
I
about
just
a
saw
girl.
it here.
Yeah,
I just
it
saw
was
it.
the cover.
Oh man.
And it was like, you know what? Like, I mean, you obviously have to have like massive cred to make it to where you are in the industry, but like to do that and to get that by people in the state that it was in, like you have to be surrounded by a bunch of yes men. You know what I mean? Like, like there has to be like nobody keeping you in check at that point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like,
I agree.
I'm not trying to like stir shit about it. It's just like, I don't know. I would hope to God that at some point, like, that at no point in my life that I'm surrounded by people that would not be afraid to tell me like, hey man, that sucked. You know? Like,
oh man, no, I mean, that's so right. Because when that happens, and it happens in movies too. Like when you get movies where like nobody says no.
oh yeah.
Oh, they are atrocious. They are so bad. So.
Oh, just look at Ridley Scott. You know?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, good call. Yeah. Good call. Absolutely. Just to circle back, this has really been fun. Boy, look at this chicken nugget challenge too. We're almost done. It's great.
Oh my gosh.
16,000 already. Thank you so much, everybody. So as a token of my appreciation for the hype train, I think I'd like to give it to you, Jory, to guide the raid. I would love to hear your suggestions, and there are many good streamers out there right now tonight. So,
let's see. Let me refresh so that my list is updated.
Thank you again for your contribution too to the Nugget challenge.
You know who we should raid? Sally Wallach. Let me make sure she's
rated Sally before, because I think I might have rated her last week.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah,
well,
I think I did. I think. Chad, can you confirm that for me? Because I think we did. I went to the channel. I just don't remember if I rated in or if something else happened. But
all right, how about Nick Sounds then? We can just play it safe. Nick Sounds. Krista's
awesome.
Sally is fantastic. Sally is truly magnificent. artist, and
Yeah, Ryan, can you corroborate that? Because if I haven't, I would like to go there. She is really good.
She's also been on for 4.5 hours.
Oh, okay,
so she might be ending soon. So I'm not sure.
Let's see. So Nick Sounds. Yeah, I've been there too. Like, that's really great. She recently celebrated her birthday too, so that's great. Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, that sounds good. Nick Sounds.
Sally Wallach is awesome.
Yeah, 100%.
I recommend following her. But yeah, we can raid Nick's.
Okay, let me see. Let's go double check a couple things. Been on for a bit. Although she would enjoy this raid, that's for sure. Let me see. But let me just see how long has Krista been on today?
She's only been on for 2.5 hours.
Okay.
We could raid Sally if you want. It's up to you.
Yeah. I'm just trying to remember. Aoife, can you remember? Was that you or was that me? I can't remember who did that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna ask her. Oh, I have a diamond in her channel. I didn't even realize that.
Let's go say hi to Sally. That'll be fine. All
right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
okay. So that sounds great. She is really quite a tremendous artist. So, folks, we thank you again for joining us tonight. I mean, this has been really fun, Jory. Thank you again. We are going to continue our journey on Wednesday, and the incredible Nick Black will also be joining us in a couple days. So we will look forward to that. But if you missed any part of this of our conversation with Jory Avner, please scroll back to the VOD when it comes up here on Twitch, or go to our YouTube page and look for look for our VOD there too tomorrow. So it should be really fun. So let's go ahead and start the raid. Copy the raid call. Get Mod Love again once again. And Mod, can you put up the raid calls for us? And we'll go copy over. I'm gonna start the raid now to Sally. Let's do the thing.
Thank you so much for having me on.
Absolutely. Oh, it's been tremendous.
It was so much fun. Much fun.
Thank you, Jory. I'm so glad to have you here. I had a blast hanging out with you too. So, y'all, don't forget to follow Jory Avner if you're not already. Absolutely worth your time. He's so cool. It's a fun spot. And let's go over and just to repeat, go over and follow Sally as well once we get there. It should be a really fun time. Y'all have a great rest of your evening. We'll see you in a couple days, but Jory, all the best. Take care, everybody.
Thank you so much. I hope you have an amazing night.
Yeah, you too. Thanks.
Cheers.
Let's go over to Sal and say hello. Bye, everyone.